Hey everyone, I'm Mindy Banks, the Flip Flop Chef. Welcome to my kitchen and welcome to the party tonight. I'm really excited to share chicken satay, white rice, edamame, and some air fryer egg rolls with you guys. All of this comes together really quickly. You guys are gonna be really excited to see Pampered Chef's Deluxe Air Fryer. I'm excited to share all these products with you, and I've done a lot of the prep work ahead of time so that this will move really quickly. Feel free to share this video with your friends and invite people to the party. What I wanna do first is go over the specials for tonight. So in the party, when you're shopping, you're gonna be able to get a free gift when you spend $80 or more on your product total. If you spend $150 or more, you're also going to get free shipping. And I'll have the specials posted in the party so that you can check them out and see what choices you have. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. I've gone ahead and prepped most of the ingredients for our chicken satay. I've got our chicken already skewered here so that I can show you guys really quickly how to attach this so that we can cook it in our air fryer. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, your air fryer is gonna come with a few accessories. You're gonna get a couple of cooking trays. You're also going to get this drip tray that you guys can see right here in the bottom of the air fryer. It also comes with this really cool cooking guide, and the cooking guide has lots of great information for you so that you can use every single feature on the air fryer. So those are the accessories that come with it. You'll also get a rotating basket, and our skewer set is sold separately. But let's talk just a little bit about the air fryer before we get started. So you'll see the display here. We have a custom setting. There is a rotate button. There's a light button. You have a cancel button. But all the pre-programmed settings you'll be able to select here: air fry, bake, roast, rotisserie, reheat, and dehydrate. So you're able to do all of these things with one product. And our cooking guide is going to show you how to use every single feature. Just so you guys know ahead of time, every pre-programmed setting on the air fryer does the exact same thing. It just does it at a different temperature. So for example, if we turn this to air fry, you're gonna see here that it's 400 degrees. But if you turn it to bake, what you're gonna find is it's 350 degrees. They also have a preset time, but you can change the timing on anything. So if you need to cook it for less time or more time, you can do that. If you don't want to choose one of the pre-programmed settings, and let's say you have a recipe that tells you what temperature to air fry something, you just choose this custom setting, set the time, set the temperature, and you're ready to go. So every function does the exact same thing, it just does it at a different temperature. So for example, our dehydrate setting is the last option here. It's going to be 130 degrees. So a really big difference from our air fry setting at 400. The reheat setting is one of my favorites. It's 350 degrees for 5 minutes, but you can increase or decrease that amount of time. I love this for pizza and other leftovers that we might have from a meal that I made here at home, or maybe something that we got in a restaurant. So that's the air fryer, and the cooking guide here comes with it. You're gonna have everything that you need. But what I wanna show you is how to use the skewer set. So the skewer set is sold separately, and I wanted to put this together with you so that you can see how to do it. So I have two end pieces here, and then I have this cooking spit, which is actually something that comes with the air fryer. You're actually gonna get another one. Let me show you here. So this is the one that comes with your air fryer. You're gonna get a cooking spit that has two different pieces here, that blades that you can actually attach a rotisserie chicken onto this rotisserie spit. So you're gonna get another one that goes with the skewer set. So they both do the same thing. It doesn't matter which one you grab. And I'll go ahead and tell you, I like to store all of my skewers, the rotisserie spit, and all the accessories that will fit in here. This is a replacement part actually for another product, but I can share the link with you guys if you want to get this. But I love it because it keeps everything together. All right, so we're gonna take the rotisserie spit. You're gonna just slide it in on one end here and screw it in. Oops, it helps if I get it on there the right way. So it's pampered, not perfect, right? All right, this is why I'm showing you guys. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna tighten the screw on this side so that this is attached nicely. And then we're going to add the other piece and go ahead and attach it. Okay, so what you see here just looks like a set of wheels, right? So really easy to put those together. And then when you're ready to thread your skewers, so this is our chicken satay, and I'm gonna show you how to make the marinade after we put this in the air fryer and let it start cooking. But this is our skewer, and I have 1, 2, 3 pieces of the chicken tenders on here. And what you're gonna do to attach these, you slide the narrow end, you're gonna slide into one of these holes, and then you just pinch to squeeze the other side in. So I'm gonna do this on all of them, and then we'll put it in the air fryer. And what I'm gonna do is rotate this around because I'm doing this in this direction. And once you get a few of them on there, you can prop it up and it makes it a little bit easier to fill. So we're gonna attach all of these, and then this is gonna go in the air fryer for 17 minutes. And this recipe is available on my website. It's also available in my recipe group. And if you're not a member of my recipe group, I would love for you to join. You can find that at theflipflopchef.com. And there are literally thousands of recipes that are available to you there. I also give away a prize every Friday. It's called Flip Flop Friday. And there you go. You can see I've got all of my skewers attached. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wash my hands up real quickly since this is raw chicken. All right. Now, another piece that comes with your air fryer is this retrieval tool. And what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna rotate this air fryer just a little bit closer to me in my direction so that I can get this in. But this retrieval tool allows you to pick up your skewer set just like this. And actually, let's see, I'm gonna zoom in on the air fryer. You're gonna go in from left to right. All right, and so I hooked it on there, and you'll be able to check to make sure that this is attached properly once we get it started. But we're gonna use the rotisserie setting. So I'm gonna turn the wheel all the way to the rotisserie setting. I'm gonna press the button to select the setting, and then I'm gonna reduce the time to 17 minutes and press start. Now I can turn the light on. You may not be able to see this in the video, but I can peek inside to make sure that the rotisserie is actually spinning, because if it's, for some reason you didn't get it attached right, it's not gonna spin, then you're gonna burn the chicken that's sitting at the top of that skewer set. So you wanna make sure that you double check that. So that's how you get the skewer started. I'm gonna put my dirty cutting board in here, and I'll keep that retrieval tool out. We're gonna need that again. Let's go ahead and get our rice made. The rice is so simple. I'm gonna use the Pampered Chef rice cooker here. Excuse me, we changed the name of it and it's really hard to teach an old dog new tricks. So this is now called the 3-quart Micro Cooker Plus. If you have the old version of the rice cooker, you can do the same thing. It just looks a little bit differently. This has 2 lids. So you have an outer lid and an inner lid. And you wanna make sure that you use the inner lid. Otherwise, your rice or potatoes or pasta, whatever you're cooking that's starchy, will boil over. This is the only micro cooker size that you can use with starchy foods. So if you try to use the 1-quart or the 2-quart micro cooker to make rice or pasta, you're going to have a mess and you might actually damage your micro cooker. So I've got 2 cups of jasmine rice. I'm gonna add 4 cups of water. If you wanted to do half this much, just cut the recipe in half. So you could do 1 cup of rice with 2 cups of water, and we're gonna cook this in the microwave for 20 minutes. So if you did only 2 cups of rice, 1 cup of rice, then you would want to cook this for about 15 minutes. So you see how I'm putting the inner lid in first, and then you're gonna place the outer lid on the top, and it's really important that you lock the lids. If you don't lock the lid in place, then this is going to actually get knocked off in the microwave. So this is kind of like a pressure cooker for your microwave. So again, the 3-quart Micro Cooker Plus can be used for rice, pasta, and potatoes. Anything starchy, and any of that starchy water just kind of gathers right here in the top. I'm gonna pop this in the microwave for 20 minutes. Hang tight. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our marinade. So I've already done this step, but I want you guys to see how to do it. And so we're gonna do that together. All right, and I just realized I'm gonna need, I've got an extra bowl over there. All right, so let's go ahead and put the marinade together. So this is what I did before I started this video. I made the marinade, mix it in a bowl, and I added about 2 pounds of chicken tenderloins. And all I did to those tenderloins before I put them in the marinade was I used my kitchen shears, which I love this product because they come apart completely. They can be sharpened, and these have a lifetime guarantee as well. So I just used these to actually cut the little tendon out of each tenderloin, and then I cut each tenderloin in half. Then I threaded 3 of those pieces, 3 halves, onto each skewer. And that's what's cooking now in our air fryer here. So let's go ahead and mix up our sauce. So I'm gonna use the small glass mixing bowl here, and we're gonna start off with some soy sauce. So I have 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. This is one of our Easy Read measuring cups. This is the petite size. So this one goes up to 4 tablespoons. And I love this. I'm gonna cheat and tell you what measurements we have. So on the dry and solid side, you have tablespoons, teaspoons, and milliliters. On the liquid side, you have ounces, tablespoons, teaspoons, and milliliters. So love these. I've got the soy sauce, and then we're gonna add some, you can use vegetable oil or olive oil. Today I'm using olive oil, but it's totally a preference, whatever you have on hand. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of ground turmeric. This gives it some of the color, but it gives it a lot of the flavor too. I'm gonna take our citrus press here. Let me make this a little wider view. Take our citrus press here, and I'm gonna put half of a lime right in here, and we're gonna just press this right out into the bowl here. I love this because you can use it on lemons, limes, and mandarin oranges. I'm gonna add some brown sugar. And don't forget, this recipe is going to be in the party page, so you can scroll down and you'll be able to access the recipe for this. Now, I've got some fresh ginger here. We're gonna use this in our peanut satay sauce too. Now, if you see any of the water releasing from this, I actually store my ginger in the freezer. And so if it thaws out, it's okay. Before you grate this, we're getting now that juice and flavor. And I'm gonna set this aside because we're gonna actually use that in our peanut sauce in just a little bit. Next, we're gonna add our garlic cloves to the bowl. I'm using our garlic press here. I'm gonna take out the little cleaning tool and take one of our garlic cloves. You don't even have to take the paper skin off. I had a little bit that fell off, but I think that actually may have come from a different clove. And you can see you can press the garlic straight through, scrape it off with the cleaning tool, and then use the comb side to release that paper skin, and then we'll just toss that, and we're gonna do this a couple more times. So 3 garlic cloves. This is such an easy marinade to make. So I did this ahead of time, so I actually have enough now to make a second batch of chicken satay, which is not a bad thing. I have 9-year-old twin boys, and between them and my husband, we go through a lot of food here. All right. I'm gonna take my mini whipper and I'm just gonna whisk this together. Scrape that off the edge there. And then I've got some marinade ready for another batch of chicken. So I'm gonna set this aside because I actually don't need it right now. And then we'll make our peanut sauce. So if you guys have any questions about anything so far, feel free to use the chat below. Leave your questions. I'm more than happy to answer those for you. And if this looks like a lot of fun and you're interested in having your own Pampered Chef party, I would love the opportunity to help you do that. And also, if you're interested in starting your own business, you can certainly ask the questions in the chat as well. All right, let's move on to our chicken satay here. Our peanut sauce, rather. All right. So what we have here, I always recommend prepping your ingredients. You don't have to do them in these trays like I do. I do that so that it makes it easy for me during my videos, but always prep your food. You may have heard mise en place or place, people say it differently. It basically just means have everything in place. When you do that, it makes cooking so much easier for you. So I always like to prep everything, or if nothing else, make sure you have all the ingredients that you need, because if you're missing something, you want to know that before you actually start cooking, right? All right, so I'm gonna get another cutting mat here, and I know you guys can't really see, but our chicken is looking great. Can't wait to show you guys that when it is done. So we're gonna mix the peanut sauce in a small batter bowl. I love this bowl because it is 1 quart in size. We also have a 2 quart, and it has a nice lid. It's dishwasher safe, and we made these handles so that you could actually stack the bowl. So if you wanted to do the 1 quart inside of the 2 quart, you could easily do that. All right, so for this, we're going to combine our sauce ingredients. So we're gonna take a half a cup of peanut butter, and this is in our small measure-all cup. This is the 2, so we have a 2 cup, then we have the 1 cup, and then if you guys remember, this is the little petite size that we used earlier for the oil and the soy sauce. So all of these do the exact same thing, they're just different sizes. And so let me show you this 2 cup version right here. So this little insert on the inside, it can be adjusted up or down, and you choose how much food you need to measure. So for this one, I pulled it down to the half cup mark, filled it to the top with peanut butter, and when you're done measuring, you just hold this over the bowl, and you're going to just press this out and scrape off the food. To clean this, you're gonna take this completely apart, wash this by hand. If you put this in the dishwasher, sometimes some dishwashers cause the inside piece to expand and other dishwashers cause it to shrink. So while we have a ton of dishwasher safe products, this is one that we recommend that you wash by hand. And I love pointing this one out. This actually has our original hen logo on here. This was my first Pampered Chef product ever, and my mom bought that for me in 1995 when I went to my very first Pampered Chef party with her. When we left that party, I told her I wanted to be a Pampered Chef lady when I grew up. And I'm so excited that she did not discourage me from that goal. When I was 18, I joined Pampered Chef, and I have never looked back. I love it so much. Most people think I love cooking. I really just love the eating part, and having all the right tools to get there makes a world of difference. So we've got our peanut butter in this bowl. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to add in the rest of the ingredients. So I've got 3 tablespoons of oil. Again, you can use vegetable oil or olive oil. This time I'm using our Easy Read mini measuring cup. Maybe you guys can see it. I'll set it down there so you can see it. And I've also got a tablespoon of soy sauce in another one. You'll notice I have a lot of duplicates here. That's one of the perks of being a Pampered Chef consultant. I get lots of extras, and that makes it easier in my kitchen. Add some brown sugar, and I went ahead and measured that out. We're gonna add some lime zest, and we're gonna use the same zester that we used earlier on the ginger. So I'm gonna just zest this lime. This is gonna give this peanut sauce such a great flavor. Now I will tell you, when I make this at my house, I keep everything separate. So instead of putting the rice on a platter, adding the chicken skewers on the top, and then drizzling with the peanut sauce and chopping with chopped peanuts, I actually keep it all deconstructed. So I'll have the rice in one bowl, the chicken in one bowl, the sauce in another bowl, and that's how I keep everybody in my family happy. So that's what you do when you have kids, right? You adjust. All right. We're also going to use this ginger again, and I'm going to tell you guys what I do. I keep this in the freezer so that I always have ginger whenever I need it, because ginger is one of those things that it's going to stay fresh a long time if you keep it in the freezer. When this is right out of the freezer and it's nice and hard, you can easily shred or peel rather the peel off of the ginger. I don't want to peel too much off because I'm gonna put this back in the freezer, but this is the serrated peeler. So it's kind of like a vegetable peeler, but it has little teeny tiny teeth that grab the skin of vegetables or fruits that don't necessarily, wouldn't necessarily work with a regular vegetable peeler. So you do need the serrated peeler for this one. Since I've got enough of this ginger exposed, I'm going to just grate some of this over the top. And then I'll pop this back in the freezer. Normally I have them in smaller pieces, but for some reason this one was in a big chunk. So normally this would probably be 2 pieces instead of just 1. We're gonna scrape that off there. Okay. Oh, I wish you could smell my kitchen right now. It smells so good. The rice is smelling good. The chicken is smelling good. I'm gonna add a little bit of cayenne pepper. You could leave this out if you don't wanna have that little kick, but we're only adding 1/8 of a teaspoon. So it shouldn't be too strong. Now, take our garlic press again, and this time we're gonna just do 1 clove of garlic. So again, you don't have to peel it. Press that right through, scrape this off, and you're gonna press the comb right inside to release that paper skin like we did before. All right, so cut this lime in half here. And I think I just need half, yep, I just need half of the lime. So if you were making this recipe not filming it, then you would only need 1 lime. So I used half of my lime when I made the marinade the first time, and this time I'm gonna use another half. So you really only need 1 whole lime. So we're gonna press that in there using our citrus press. And this is a dishwasher safe product too, so I'll be able to just toss that right in. All right, let me make some space here, and then we'll set this aside and finish making our peanut sauce. Now for the peanut sauce, you wanna make sure that you just sort of gently mix this, because you don't wanna slosh that oil and the juice out. You wanna get the peanut butter nice and incorporated. So we're just gonna gently stir. And our chicken only has 4 minutes left, so it's almost finished. And our rice has just a few more minutes than that. All right, so once you kind of get it incorporated, you can start mixing it a little bit faster to get it more like a sauce rather than a liquid. And this spatula that I'm using, this is the Scoop and Spread. And I actually have another one here that's clean. Again, perk of the Pampered Chef. I get multiples of the things that I use a lot of. So there's a serrated edge here, but this is nylon, so it's actually not gonna cut me, but it would cut through sandwich bread if you wanted to use this to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And then this side is like a squeegee side. It's our silicone edge. And I actually, when I was prepping the peanut butter, it was perfect because I had literally a half a cup of peanut butter left in the bottle or the jar, and I was able to use this end to get every little piece out of that jar and not have to waste any. All right. So this is our peanut sauce, and I serve this on the side, but you could, like I mentioned before, put the rice out on a pretty platter, put the skewers on the top, and then drizzle it with the peanut butter. I'm gonna set this aside. You can serve this, you can garnish it with chopped peanuts. And so this is our food chopper, and I know a lot of you guys have this product, you've seen it in person, but I'm gonna show you guys again. So the cool thing about this, it comes apart. All of these pieces are dishwasher safe, and to put it back together, you're just gonna plug this piece in like you would an outlet in the wall. So we have matching holes there. Plug this in, twist this collar on, and just so you know, if you have this chopper and you have dropped your collar or broken it, we do sell replacement parts for a lot of our products, and this is one that I've helped some of my customers get. This is a little container. You can actually chop in this container, or you can chop on your cutting board. I'm just gonna pour those back in so I don't make a mess. And then to use this, you're gonna just press, chop up and down, take out some of your frustrations. Check that out, nicely chopped peanuts. And what I didn't show you is every time you push this, you see how it turns like a quarter turn? So you're not mashing your food, you're chopping it. So we've got our peanuts for garnish. And I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do when we're finished with all of this. All right, so let me clean my space here. Really quick, easy dinner, right? So we've got our chicken satay in the air fryer. We have our rice in the microwave in the rice cooker. I'm actually gonna use this air fryer to cook these chicken egg rolls. So these are actually from Walmart. You can get them at just about any grocery store in their freezer section. Now this does come with a sweet and sour sauce packet, but I actually made my own sweet and sour sauce in the Deluxe Cooking Blender, which is another product from Pampered Chef that I love and I use every single day. I like this particular brand egg rolls because it actually gives you the air fryer instructions on the back. So many companies now know that we're all cooking in air fryers, and so they give us the instructions for that. So you'll see I have 4 egg rolls, and I'm actually gonna wait until off camera actually to cook these, but we're going to place them on one of these cooking trays, and this comes with your air fryer. You get 2 cooking trays, but we do sell these as a replacement part, and a lot of people like having these like having an extra one, because our air fryer will actually hold 3 of these cooking trays. So if you're dehydrating foods, it's really great to have 3 trays because you can dehydrate more at one time. So if you're getting the air fryer to dehydrate, I would recommend adding a 3rd tray. So we're gonna put these in the air fryer according to the directions here on the box. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what that is, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. So, and then I'll show you the chicken satay. I'm gonna press cancel because our chicken satay is done. Let's see if I can turn this a little bit more for you guys to see the display. So the air fryer instructions here, it says 350. Now I could put it on bake, which is 350, but I know what temperature these settings are gonna be at. So if you wanna just do custom, so you press custom, and it says on here to do this for 11 to 13 minutes. So I tend to go with the lower number because if I need to add time, I can easily do that at the end. Press the wheel, and then I can actually lower this. Oh wait, it was 350, wasn't it? So yes, 350. So I actually could have left it right where it was. 350 and press start, and it restarts again. Now, I don't want to cook my chicken anymore, but I'll show you that in just a second. But for the egg rolls, I'll put those in there. You would want to put this in the middle rack position in the air fryer. So we have a top, middle, and bottom. Put it in the middle because we're only doing one tray and we actually won't need to rotate these halfway through. If you wanted to flip them over, you could certainly do that, but I think they'll be just fine as they are if you put them in the middle or the bottom position. And for the sweet and sour sauce, super easy to make. I just threw a bunch of ingredients in the deluxe cooking blender, set this to the sauce setting, and I have homemade sweet and sour sauce, which is gonna be way better than a store-bought sauce. So I'm gonna set these aside, and then let me show you our chicken satay here. So check this out. Is that not beautiful, you guys? I'll move a few things around and show you a little bit better view here. And then I'll finish showing you what else we're gonna do. So check this out. Isn't that beautiful? So our chicken satay is perfectly cooked. And if you were to buy this as an appetizer at a restaurant, you would probably pay $15, maybe more depending on where you're going. And this package of chicken was about $5 at Aldi, which is where I buy the majority of my groceries. Let me turn this again. And what I'm gonna do is, let me see, I need to grab, you know what? I'm just gonna use one of these pans here. All right, so I'm gonna improvise. I'm gonna use one of these sheet pans that I have, and I'm gonna take my retrieval tool, and you'll be able to see this. I have to turn this towards me so that I actually can get to it. I'm right-handed, so I have to make sure I position this in a way that I can show you guys on camera. So you're gonna take your retrieval tool, just like we did to put it in. You're gonna hook it underneath that rotisserie spit. You're gonna pull up on the right side and then pull away from the left side. And so here we have our chicken skewers, and our air fryer is now ready for me to cook the egg rolls. So we would just put these in, close the door, and we could do custom for 11 minutes, whoops, and then at 350. But I'm gonna wait and actually cook that off camera so that it'll be nice and hot when I'm ready to serve this. All right, I wanna show you our insulated bowls really quickly because we're actually gonna store the chicken in the bowl while we wait for the rice. We have 2 minutes left on the rice, so we don't have much time at all. So these are insulated bowls. We have 2 different sizes, so 1 quart, and I believe this one is 2.5 quart. I love these because they're beautiful. First of all, you've got a beautiful stainless steel inside. There is a rubber gripper on the bottom to keep them from slipping and sliding around on your countertop. The lid is going to trap the heat in, and when you're ready to serve, you can take the lid off, hook it right on the side. So if you guys are thinking about getting ready for the holidays or parties, anything that you serve food and you're gonna be making a lot and you want to have things hot, these bowls will keep food warm for up to 2 hours. They can also be used to keep food cool. However, our Cool and Serve collection is a much better product for that, but these will actually keep your food cool, but not for an extended period of time. All right, so I'm gonna teach you guys some tricks here. First of all, these are our little microwave grips, and I wanna make sure you guys understand this is a great add-on for your air fryer because check this out. They actually fit perfectly on our trays there, but this is all very hot, and I don't wanna wait for it to cool off just so I can take the skewers out because all of this is metal. So I'm gonna teach you guys a trick. So these are gravity controlled tongs here, by the way. So when you point them down, they open. When you point them up, they close. So pointed up, they're gonna stay closed. Pointed down, they're gonna open. I like to use the small size, and I can actually unscrew the skewer. So the one end of that, you wanna make sure you get it unscrewed enough to where you can just pop this off. And remember, this is hot, so you wanna be really careful. And I'm gonna set that in my sink here. And then if you wanted to, you could do the same thing on the other side so that you could easily get off these skewers. But I actually am not gonna keep these on the sticks. The sticks are actually kind of, they're a little bit sharp on the ends, and I just really don't wanna eat off of them myself or my kids. So what we're gonna do, you place this upright inside of the bowl. Take these same tongs, and what you can do is you can just pull the chicken right off. Oops. And I'm using that microwave grip on the top to make sure that I don't burn myself. So really easy to get these off when you have our small chef's tongs. And these tongs are something that I use to cook with every single time that I cook. I think I have 3 of the large and 1 of the small. So these tongs are one of my favorite things in my kitchen. All right, so we've got all the chicken off. So once this is cooled off, these pieces can all come apart, and this will go right in the dishwasher for easy cleanup. So I'm gonna put the lid on my chicken to keep it hot. Let me go get my rice cooker. I don't know if you guys hear my microwave talking to me. All right, now, our rice cooker is also going to be somewhat cool to the touch. It's warm, it's not gonna burn me on these handles, but just be really careful because there is a lot of steam inside of here. So you wanna take off the lid, and a lot of times, and I'm glad this happens when I do this demo, because these 2 lids are not necessarily meant to stick together. So when you take them apart, you wanna be really careful. So I actually just you can take a knife, or this is the end of my cleaning brush, you can just stick that in there to pop this out. Now, when you finish cooking your rice, you wanna fluff it. So I'm actually gonna fluff it right here in this bowl. And then I'm gonna pour it into, getting a free facial here, you guys. Bonus, right? I'm gonna pour this right into my insulated bowl. Let's see if I can get all that in there. There we go. So this was 2 cups of jasmine rice, 4 cups of water. If you wanted to do a half recipe, you can, and you could probably store it easily in the smaller of these bowls. All right, couple more fun things, and then we will be finished. So I'm gonna cook the egg rolls in our air fryer. We have our rice, we have our chicken satay. We're also going to make edamame. So my twins are very, very different. One of them will eat just about every vegetable that I put in front of him. The other one, the only vegetable that he will eat is edamame. So anytime I can make this, I do, because he literally will eat a whole bag of this. And so what we're gonna do is I'll put this in the microwave, and I just use the instructions on the back of the package. So it says, shake the package side to side, evenly distribute the contents, and then place this frozen unopened package this side up in the microwave. You're gonna microwave it 4.5 to 5 minutes, and then let it stand for 1 minute. After it stands for 1 minute, what I like to do is I have another one of these insulated bowls, if you can't tell that I love these. This is something that I use even when I'm cooking just a regular meal in my kitchen to keep things warm. I will take them out of the bag after they're cooked. I will put them inside of this little insulated bowl. I have some kosher salt, which is just a coarse salt. I will sprinkle that on the top, and those will be ready to go as well. And then we've got our peanut sauce here that you can put in a nice little container if you want to, or if you want real life, like my house, you just take it right out of this bowl. It doesn't have to be fancy, right? And then we have our homemade sweet and sour sauce that I made in Pampered Chef's Deluxe Cooking Blender. So that is it. And of course, oh, I forgot, you can garnish your chicken with the chopped peanuts that we made earlier. So I hope you guys enjoyed the party. I cannot wait to hear from you guys. Be sure to let me know that you've watched the video, because I love hearing from you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to use the chat. I'm happy to answer those questions for you. You're also welcome to contact me directly. You can find me on Facebook at theflipflopchef.com. That will redirect you to my recipe group. And I hope you'll also follow me on YouTube. So you can find me there at The Flip Flop Chef. All social media outlets is where, that's how you will find me, as The Flip Flop Chef. If you have any questions, if you are interested in hosting your own party or starting your own business, please feel free to reach out to me. And again, thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to hear what you think.